This is the next in the series of replaying old games to see if they still hold up. This time it is Tekken 3. Let's find out if it is still fun. Obviously, with the name being Tekken 3, it is no surprise to find out that this is the third entry in the massively successful Tekken series. The game was released in arcades in 1997 and onto the original PlayStation back in 1998. The game was published by Namco, and like Tekken 2, it is also currently on the PlayStation Plus premium tier. But also, unfortunately like Tekken 2, this game currently has no trophies. So you can only play it for fun, and you don't get that little trophy pop to show for it. The game is a fighter, but it does expand on the previous entries with some new modes. As previously, you fight using the 4 buttons, with square and triangle being the punches, and X and circle the kicks. Then each player has their own unique moves as well. Well, nearly every character, apart from one, as I will come on to. In terms of gameplay modes, if you have a friend over and want to fight each other, what you will be likely playing is versus. Here you can also give each other more or less health as a handicap if you would like. As I always say though, I have no friends, so on to the other modes. A few return from the last entry. There is practice mode, although this time you have a few more options with it. You can have a practice with the opponent fighting back, and you can also use it to learn longer combos. Or if you like, you can do the more traditional and practice moves against someone who won't fight back. Have some of that. Returning, there is also team battle mode, where you can have up to an 8 versus 8 fight. Time attack mode, where you fight on the default settings, similar to how you would do in an arcade. Or survival mode, where you have a never-ending run of fights to see how long a streak you can make. Then there is the classic, and the one that you will probably do most, arcade mode. This is where you will have matches against 11 other fighters, where you beat the first 8, the 9th fight is then against Heihachi, the 10th fight against Ogre, and then you have a final battle against True Ogre. There are also some new modes. Tekken Force is like a classic arcade side-scroller, where you must battle through 4 different levels. If you complete arcade mode with the 10 initial characters, you also then unlock 2 further modes. Theatre mode is a place where you can view the winning cutscenes that you have unlocked from completing arcade mode with the different characters, and the other mode is Tekken Ball. This is like a game of volleyball, but not the dead on arrival skimpy costume jiggle physics kind though. This is where you can charge up the ball doing your moves and do damage to your opponent. You also get 3 different options for how powerful you'd like the ball to be. This game is set 15 years after Tekken 2. Meaning there are surprisingly few returning characters. In the game, you initially start off with 10 characters, with another 12 then being able to be unlocked. As there is so many, I'm just going to give a very brief overview of each. Kicking off with your original 10 characters is a new character, Xiao Yu. She's a schoolgirl with a pet panda and has this cool double slap move and a helpful high jump. Her 2 costumes both have a Chinese look with this red or blue outfit. Most characters have 2 costumes, although I will come on to later how some, including Xiao Yu, have a secret third. Yoshimitsu is back, and I love this move he does where you can get a one-hit combo, KO, if you connect with it all correctly. Both of his outfits are similar, with the main difference being he can have a sword to make him look like either a Jedi or a Sith. Next up is another returning character with Nina. You might think if this is 15 years after Tekken 2, then why does she look exactly the same? And that is because her character was cryogenically frozen between the tournaments. I'm not really sure why. Maybe the company thought they'd be outraged if a female character was over 30 or something. I'm just guessing, but the 90s wasn't really the best time for this sort of thing. For her moves, she does have a good kick to the stones this time around, and she can either be in this iconic purple jumpsuit or this trendy red top black trousers get-up that looks more like something for a night out. Next up is Law, but not the Law that you're thinking of. This is actually Forest Law, the son of Martial Law from Tekken 2. He does have the same rainbow kick, but this time he also has a jump down, kip up sort of move. He again gives off Bruce Lee vibes, and can either be in this white shirt blue pants look, or this white vest purple pants. It's hard to pull off purple trousers, but he just about manages it. Next up is Hwarang. If you're not good at fighting games, then this is the fella you want to be. He is the one you can button bash kicks with and get good looking combos. His 2 costumes are a Taekwondo outfit, although embarrassingly his buttons must have fell off, or this light jeans, chaps and sleeveless top look. Eddie is the capoeira fighter with the breakdancing type moves everyone loves to play as, but hates to play against. He has the green and yellow Brazil style look for this, or the more relaxed sunglasses guy outfit. Paul is back from the last one and looking 15 years older, meaning he just looks a bit more grizzled in the cinematic cutscenes. He has this good power punch, and his biker outfit and red martial arts suit are his options for clothing. King is here, but he's actually a different King than last time. It is someone who has kind of taken over the wrestling gimmick for him after the mask was passed down. He still does a fantastic Frankensteiner, but this King also does a pretty nifty standing moonsault. He can be in his wrestling gear or in a tracksuit t-shirt look that looks like he's training. Lei is back and 15 years older. He does this fantastic kick move that is incredibly powerful. His looks are in his detective outfit or a more martial arts style one. The final default character is Jin. He is the son of two characters from Tekken 2, Kazuya and Jun. This also means that he's Heihachi's grandson, and given the plot of Tekken 2, his dad was also technically the devil. He has this fantastic spinning uppercut. It's probably my favourite move in the entire game. His looks are this cool shirtless in flame pants one, or the less cool yellow top black pants one. So that is the default 10 characters. How do you get the other 12? Unlike the last game, there are no sub-bosses for the characters. With most of these, you just unlock the game by completing arcade mode with different people. The first time you complete arcade mode, you unlock Kuma the bear. This is the son of Kuma the bear from the last game, and he has this powerful claw move which I like best. Unfortunately, Kuma only has one outfit though, as if you try and choose his other, you get a different character, Panda. This is Xiao Yu's pet. They have the exact same moveset as Kuma, but it's good to see them. When you complete the game with a second character, you will then get Julia. She is the adopted daughter of Michelle from the last game, and has a similar moveset and this good double-handed punch. She has one outfit similar to her mum with the Native American headdress, or she also has a jeans and t-shirt costume. The third person you unlock is Gunjack. Similar to Jak 2, he can fly slightly and he has a lot of big punching moves. His outfits are both similar, with the green one possibly being the best. The next you unlock is Mokujin. This is an unusual character, and the one I referred to when I said one doesn't have original moves. They don't have any moves of their own, they are based on a training dummy, and each fight they will randomly just take on the persona of another character. Some are easy to figure out, like if you have a sword you'll know you're Yoshimitsu, but some others you just have to figure out as the fight starts if you don't recognise them from their entrance. The outfits here are a training dummy with a more masculine or feminine body type. Next unlocked is the returning Anna. Like her sister Nina, she has also been frozen since the last game. She has this stylish scissor chop that is a good move, and her outfits are again very fancy. They're probably not the most convenient for fighting, but the red or blue cocktail dresses do look stylish. Next unlocked is Brian. He has a great unhinged look, and he does a DDT that would make John Moxley proud. He has a vest, or the more cooler look with the sort of snakeskin trousers on. Now it is up to unlocking the bigger characters. The next one you unlock is Heihachi. He again has powerful electric punches and kicks, and he can be shirtless or he can be dripped out in this white pants snow coat ensemble. Then it's the big boys. You unlock Ogre next. He does this heart grab style move and can be in either red or green, and both are great looks. Then it is True Ogre. In the arcade mode, Ogre turns into this by using, I guess, Heihachi's soul. He is now horned and has some fantastic fire-breathing moves. His outfits are similar, you can either have green or red wings. That is 9 extra characters then, so how about the other 3? Well, when you unlock Tekken Ball, you get the chance to have a match against Gon. If you beat them, they are then unlocked. They are a little dinosaur. They have a move where they break wind, which is fun to use but a pain to fight against because they're so small. They also have this great spinny hits followed by a fire breath attack too. They can either be nude with red boxing gloves or shelled up with blue ones. The other unlock is Dr. Boskanovich, or Dr. B. To get to him, you need to complete Tekken Force mode 4 times with 4 different characters and then beat him in a fight. He is a unique character and always falling over, and if I'm honest, I'm just terrible with him. He can either be in a lab coat or a gold armour suit. The last character then to unlock is Tiger. If you complete arcade mode with 16 different characters, and then select Eddie by using start instead of another button, you get Tiger. He has all the same moves as Eddie, but instead he has this snazzy disco look. In terms of completing the game, first with Tekken Force, the first time you complete this you get a bronze key. The next time if you use a different character you get a silver key. The third time if you use a different character again you get the gold one. And then, as I mentioned earlier, finally when you do it a 4th time, you get to fight and unlock Dr. B. In terms of arcade mode, I will whiz through these as there are so many, but this is briefly what happens for the winning cutscene of each character. Xiao Yu gets her own theme park. I love the animation style in this. Unfortunately, when she turns up to it though, she realises Heihachi tricked her, and it's actually Heihachi Land, so you beat him up. Yoshimitsu has him and Dr. B doing experiments that result in a giant mouse. Nina has lost her memories following her freezing. She goes with Anna to their dad's grave, calling back the Tekken 2 ending scene, and it does the job, jogging Nina's memory back and forcing her to slap Anna. Anna is then happy to have her sister back. I'm not sure why, as Nina is horrible to her. Law also has an ending calling back to Tekken 2. This time he's teaching both his dad and Paul how to do the kip-up move, and they both mess up and injure themselves. Huarang helps Kazuya, who is being attacked by gunmen in a building. Eddie breaks into a house, beats some people up and finds some photos of Kazuya. I was confused what this meant, so I've had to Google it, and apparently it means Kazuya killed his father. Paul gets a ticket for speeding on his motorbike. King wins a wrestling match with a powerbomb. It looks like it's a last man standing match as he doesn't pin them. Then he runs backstage to find Armor King maskless and sad. Lei does some martial arts in a mountain and then chills. Jin gets shot by his granddad, then you realise he has his dad's devil or angel powers. Dr. B has the exact same winning scene as Yoshimitsu. Gon has an adventure with various animals in a scene that took me way too long to realise it loops indefinitely. Brian is attacked by guards and then destroys a tank. Kuma sees Panda leaving college, tries to give them some flowers only to be ignored. For Panda, unfortunately, it's just the same scene again as Kuma. Julia meets her mum in a scene, and surprisingly, unlike all the others, this one is voice acted. They both end up heading back home to Arizona. Gunjack gets blown up by a satellite. Mokujin is playing a Tekken arcade machine with his kids instead of doing chores, so then he gets punched by his wife. This one is just a weird one. Anna gets the attention of lots of hunky men at the beach. Thankfully Nina didn't do a crime in this one, unless you Google it and see what happens in the Japanese version, but I'll just stick with this one as it's a bit happier. Heihachi is in a helicopter with Jin. He then sees him turning into the devil, so just flings him out. Ogre turns into True Ogre and takes out 2 helicopters, and if you thought that was cool, well then completing it as True Ogre gets you... oh, it's the exact same one, which is disappointing. Finally, with the duplicate scenes, you might expect Tiger to just show Eddie's scene again, but surprisingly no, you get Tiger's own, where he's just grooving away. So then, is this actually still fun to play? For things I liked, first of all, Tekken Ball is incredibly fun. This is what I remembered most from playing this when I was younger, and I remember having friends around several times, and we liked this more than the actual fighting. It was just a fun idea in addition to the game. Theatre mode is also useful, especially if you want to watch a scene without completing it again. Then on arcade mode, the fighting does feel more slick than the previous entry. It is still mostly 2D, but the side steps do work a lot better, and things such as bigger jumps make the fighting feel more skillful in general. The roster again is great and varied. The characters all feel like different people, and have a wide variety of moves and styles. I think it will suit a wide range of players. People who aren't that good can still complete it by being Huarang or Eddie, and players like Gon are great for younger kids, with him being a smaller character harder to hit and having a few comedy moves. Then, as a character, I also really like the addition of Mokujin. It is fun not knowing who you will be and playing through having to switch your style each match. Similarly, it's good to play against him and not really knowing what moves to expect. On to Tekken Force, and this is mostly good. I love the idea of it was a good addition, and it is a tough challenge. I ended up lowering the difficulty to easy, and I still failed it several times. In the end, the ones I completed it with were Huarang by just button bashing kicks, Gunjack by spamming his big punch, Panda by spamming their big punches, and Law by spamming the rainbow kick. I failed loads of times though, and even with ones that felt easier like Gon, when I got to the end I just couldn't beat Dr. B with him. It took me well over 2 hours to complete this 4 times, but but I found it the fun kind of difficult. I also found the winning scenes in arcade mode to be much more consistent in quality. I had a complaint with Tekken 2 that some of them felt like filler, but here they all either have some actual story, or if not, they at least try for some humour. I don't really think any phoned it in this time. There is again a good variety of stages, keeping it varied to play through, and some of the music is superb. I especially like the frantic style music when you fight against Brian, or the unique one if you go against Mokujin. It is also a lot more varied now doing arcade mode, as in your fights before Heihachi, you can go against anybody that you have unlocked, not just the original 10, meaning you have much more variety when you're working your way through everyone. Even when you have completed everything and unlocked everyone, there's still also a few extra things you can do as well. I mentioned that Tiger can be chosen when unlocked by choosing Eddie with the start button, and there are also a few other characters who have a secret third costume you can unlock and then select with the start button as well. With Law, you can get this awesome looking yellow Bruce Lee type jumpsuit. You can get this by completing arcade mode with both him and Paul. For Gunjack, if you play as in 10 times, you unlock this look similar to the original Jack, with invisible trousers on. If you play as both Jin and Xiao Yu 50 times, you get to unlock their school uniforms, and if you play as Anna 25 times, you can unlock this snazzy zebra print jumpsuit. There is lots to still like here then, but what bits did I not like? If I'm honest, not much. I said that Tekken Force was mostly good, but my one gripe with it is sometimes it's hard to move up or down on the screen. It's especially annoying if you're trying to get a chicken for health. I found this especially a problem if I was Eddie. Although, as this was just an extra game mode and not the main point of the game, I still think that on the whole, this is more entertaining than not. My other main gripe would be, although the end cutscenes are all pretty strong, it is a bit inexcusable to double up on some of them and have some characters without one, especially True Ogre while they're the big boss of the game. This game was so close to being amazing, but this does let it down a bit, and I was also very disappointed not to get one for Dr. B, as I was rubbish playing as him and it took me ages to get to the end. Then getting nothing felt a bit underwhelming. Apart from those though, there is not much else to criticise. The graphics are still a bit obviously dated, but do feel improved from the last one, and I stopped noticing them pretty quickly due to how much I was enjoying the rest of the game. So then, onto the ranking. For Tekken 3, I think I'm going to give it Play It All. I genuinely really enjoyed this game, and I do think it's worth playing through and completing with every character, and also doing the Tekken Force, and I think it holds up today if you're playing with friends, especially Tekken Ball. They seem to get the physics right for this from the outset. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.